Many people have heard about this box. Legend has it that if you touch it, things will never be the same again. In front of us, we have the infamous digital cluster for the BMW vehicles, not the 6WB, but the aftermarket Chinese version. I've ordered it to test it and be an objective reviewer for a product, having the opportunity of comparing it with the 6WB. This was the box. What to expect? Some cables, another cable, some USB magic. Interesting for this unit was the fact that they are giving you the hooks to have an easy way of removing your previous cluster. And la pièce de résistance is this little baby. My main concerns will be with how well it integrates with the vehicle, because many times just looking at the pictures you cannot actually decide. So we are going to test it and give feedback with regards to it. Fit and finish seems to be promising, but let's remove the unit and see exactly what we get. We have been in this position many times testing products and learning from experience. Always have a microfiber so that you don't scratch things. And specifically to these clusters, it will not be a plug and play retrofit, it will not be a plug and play install, because you need to take apart your normal coupler to separate the optical cable, one of the connectors or even two, and I believe that you also have the possibility of adding some HDMI input. My word of advice would be start your engine and note where your fuel gauge is, because with these units and with the BMW systems, fuel tanks can be different and there will be some settings with regards to the type of fuel tank. You don't want to be running an instrument cluster that is giving you bad readings for your fuel tank, especially on diesels, because if your fuel system needs to be bled, it's a whole other issue and it's quite complicated. So first of all, we are going to take a picture to see where we are with regards to the fuel. I'm taking also some pictures to see how this one looks like, and we will make sure that after we finish the setting up of that cluster, the readings are exactly the same. For the first time in British history, it's very hot, surprisingly hot. Those of you that know me know that I'm a purist. I like OEM retrofits, and when I had to click the buy now button to get this one, it really hurt. But in the name of science and objective reviewing, I got it. I'm gonna test it and see if there is any value and if there is any benefit. From a price perspective, this instrument cluster is much more affordable than going for the OEM retrofit, and especially for the people that are going from the really base cluster, there might be quite a lot of value in getting this one. Also, I'm exploring the fact that this one in the middle can get navigation, and some people might get away from having Apple CarPlay in the media unit over there and put it in the middle. But let's see first with their hooks if we are able to remove the cluster better than with my hooks. Yes. So, but I'm still I shall use my nice little hooks that I know much better. It's boiling hot in my car. Let's open the door. Way too hot. There's a song. Man's not hot, but today the man is hot. Switch it a little bit one of the sides. Wiggle it. Up. Hey. 6WB is out, and now we have the coupler. This one we need to take it apart to allow for that type of connectivity. With a bit of luck, it might be an easy swap, but if not, this is what it is. taking out their optical cable. Let's see if it's just a plug and play. Yeah, so optical cable went in easy. By the looks of it, we will need to perform a cut on the isolation bit, because this doesn't allow for the cables to go in the positions that that cluster has. My favorite cutting device. And now carefully, without cutting the harness, in the name of science. This is quite greasy and gets everywhere. I would advise using some panel wipe to get rid of it. This is the magical stuff. That one is used to degrease panels when applying ceramic coatings, cleaning different things. And don't expect it to be instantaneous. It takes a bit of time for the chemicals to do their magic. Okay, what do we have over here? If this is what I think it is, that instrument cluster by itself might be able to run Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, because it looks very similar to the harnesses that I'm getting for these media units. So we will need to test that, because it might be quite interesting. So you're able to get the capability of having this with just the cluster, like a virtual cockpit. Interesting if that is the case. Okay, so by the looks of it, one of their connectors will be for us to fit their adapter, this one, and it's the one on the left, and the other one is for this. I take this and I slide it like that. Can I slide it the other way around? No, it doesn't click. Oh, now it did. This other cluster. And also by the looks of it, we need to transplant the top hooks, because this one doesn't have them. But one problem at a time. Be mindful not to snap your optical cables. And by the looks of it, I removed a bit too much from my original harness. Or something is fishy here. This connector of theirs doesn't lock properly, and I'm having difficulty in securing it. Well, let's try it like this to ensure that we're not damaging too many of the things. Come with me. So that one, but we do it in a different order. First we secure this, which feels sketchy. Oh, it felt really sketchy. And after that we secure that. Now we twist, wiggle a little bit. Wires in the back on the top are not really looking very well. You need to move them to one of the sides so that you don't damage them. But it is what it is. And we continue. Wiggle, woggle, google, doggle. Oh yeah. Now I need to move the camera, or I'll grab my phone's camera, because this will be the interesting bit. I would say don't remove the foil until you finish the stuff, because this screen looks very easy to be scratched. But at the same time, I think it has tint on it, because I see a little bit of a thing over there. There is a little bit of a air bubble, something over there. But just looking at the fit and finish, I might start to like it. Ignition on. I don't know what to say. So really just analyzing the quality, the resolution. Initial impression is that I like it. but let me test it a little bit more. It's reading temperature from outside. Odometer, that one, it doesn't read it correctly, so we can use different values by the looks of it. Fuel tank seems to be okay, but yeah, let's finish the install, put the top bits on, and see how it goes. So until now I really had a bad opinion about them, but actually seeing in front of me, it's not that bad. I'm using only one hook because if I need to remove it, it will be easier with one hook. Let's see it, if it works like this or better like that.